How's it going, everybody? Doing a browsing Tubio. Browsing Tubi vid here today. I think a lot of people know Tubi. It's a really cool little free service. It's got ads. They got a ton of stuff on here. This is recommended stuff for me. And like I say, I've said I watch a lot of like the scariest monsters in the world. A lot of the paranormal shit. Most terrifying places in America. Relaxing white noise. Alien portals we got here. The Blob. That's not the original. The original came out like the 60s, right? This is a Tubi original. They do have originals as well. I don't know if I'm going to get hit with any. No, I don't. I shouldn't. Elvira's Haunted Hills, 2002. Bigfoot evidence. There's a lot of Bigfoot stuff. Here's another scariest place in the world. There's another Tubi original. World's Strangest Mysteries. There's another Tubi original. Borders. They have a decent amount of their own originals. There's Overboard, a classic. Was that Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn? Honest Thief. Is that Lee? Yep. Monsters Among Us. I saw this in the theater. This remake of House on Haunted Hill. It kind of sucked. This was pretty good. We watched this, not on here, but followed. This woman's making like a video. She goes like cross country, I think, and someone's following her. Or some shit. Here's a classic Grave Encounters. I'm Lance Preston, and join us on our Grave Encounters. They did make a second. It is a pretty creepy movie. Here's a phenomenal film I've talked about. Hell House LLC. Great found footage movie, documentary style movie. I remember watching this as they're in the house for 21 days. And these recommended channels and stuff. I want to go back to the movies. I wonder if, you know what, I should probably do it this way. I don't think if I do it this way, they have a ton of freaking. No, I will still probably do it right now. It won't. It won't like show the stuff moving. I should have probably did that originally. I was afraid like a certain amount of time, right? You get hit with like a copyright thing or some crap. I don't know. I doubt that's likely anyway. But this is all the stuff they have. It's a lot of Bigfoot, a lot of No, they still do it. All right, forget it. A lot of Bigfoot. They do it sometimes, apparently. A lot of aliens, alien contact in the Rockies, supernatural Egypt. You can see there. This is about Nightmare on Elm Street, I believe. Yeah. All right, so it doesn't matter. Just doing it anyway. Like I said, tons of Bigfoot stuff. You're getting like no button pressing because I'm doing it on the TV remote. And a little bit. I've watched some of these searching for Sasquatch ones. This is the 8th one, apparently. Hollow Earth. It's just tons of Bigfoot, ghost, and UFO stuff. And you'll find some other stuff as well. I did watch this one, Eyes of the Mothman. It's pretty good. I think this is, Zach Bagan's Boys, the Demon House in Indiana. He's quite the character, Zach Bagans. I used to watch Ghost Adventures all the time. I think it's still on. I know Nick's not on it anymore. It hasn't been for a while. But I used to watch that all the time. I enjoyed it. They had personality, the guys, you know. I watched this one, I'm pretty sure. And this one, I think, yeah. What's this? Documenting the witch path in the 17th century, women thought to be witches were drowned. This doc illuminates the truth behind these accusations. And what really happened? How are you finding out what really happened here? Oh, it's Swedish. Alright, so maybe they have better records and stuff, but even still. This place is haunted. I did watch this. Scary story. It's based on like the books. It's like a documentary how like schools would have them like taken off the shelves and shit because people were like losing their shit. Parents were like, "Oh my god, the images in this book are so messed up." The images are creepy as hell, admittedly. Like, and I was reading those books when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old. They'd always be at the book fairs too. And then you get other actual stuff. Now it's another Bigfoot thing. I did watch this one, I believe, too. There's a cool one. I might have passed it. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if I passed it. I might have. I always preferred Ghost Adventures to Ghost Hunters, the one with, I forget what his name, Jay and Grant. And it was funny because on Ghost Hunters they would like rarely try to tell people their house was haunted. They'd be coming up with stuff, and then as the show went on, like, I don't know what season, like almost every place, it's like, oh my god, you know, it's like, wow, what producers probably listen, every place is haunted, alright? Sci-fi or whoever they were on at the time. I'm trying to find this one. I don't know if it's still on here. This is a good one, The Acid King. This is about a Long Island thing, actually. This is a true story. I did not know about it until I watched it on here. But it took place in, I don't know, I can't remember. It was Suffolk County, I believe. Maybe Melville. Or Northport, I forget. I watched this one. It's another Sasquatch type one. This is Canada, I believe, yeah. No, Alaska, sorry, not Canada. I'm trying to find that one real quick, then I'll go on to another thing. Because they got a bunch, as you can see. And there's other type things sprinkled in, like the Acid King one, and there was a 9/11 one up there. Whatever this is. Oh, Diana. Princess Diana one. Haunted Jamaica. That looks new. I'm not seeing it. They might have taken it off. Oh, they actually have this one on here. Before, like a week or two before the Blair Witch came out, they did like this documentary thing as well on Sci-Fi. The marketing for this movie was, like, Blair Witch was some of the best you'll ever see. Like, they had a lot of people believing it was a real thing. Where in my case, even I was like, isn't the legend real? But this is just a made-up thing. Like, this didn't. The kids didn't just be like. But it's like they're not going to put 3 kids going missing in the woods and dying, pretty much, on the big screen for money. I'm not finding it here. The Real Hunt for Red October. There's an Oppenheimer one, Titanic, of course. There's one on It. There's another 9/11 one. I was watching this one recently. It was Wrestling with Shadows. Hitman Art. I saw it a while ago. All right, it could be down, but I don't think so. They usually have most of the ghost stuff more towards the top. Let's go to another section. They have so many different sections. It's like ridiculous. Oh, here we go. This is right up my alley. Oh, look, I'll show you some good ones. I talked about this one. This is a really good one. It's about like an urban legend type thing. And this guy gets these tapes and he sees these people doing it. This girl's like bugging out. She's talking about how she did this thing, this urban legend thing, and then this guy he wants to do a movie, and then he gets obsessed with it. Oh, here it is. This is it. This one was creepy. I don't know if it's fake or not, but there's like, he's seeing a ghost in like the pantry door of his house, and they show it, and it's probably fake. You never know. I don't know, but it's creepy as hell, regardless. I would check that out. Here's one I watched a while ago, I think on Amazon, actually. The Incident at Montauk. This is about UFO sighting. It turns into like the experiments that they were running in the satellite thing in Montauk on Long Island, which has been a thing for years. This Hell House is at 3. No, it's 2. 2's pretty good. 3's not bad either. The latest one they made was solid. I forget what it was called exactly. Origins or something. That was pretty good. I remember this. There's like weird little creatures on the moon or some shit. This was a good movie. I want to say this was directed by Bobcat Goldthwait too. This is a good kind of found footage type movie where the guy, like, he just goes looking for whatever, it's Bigfoot or whatever. And there's a part where they're just in their tent for like a half an hour and shit's just happening to them bugging out. It's actually really well done. What's it called? Willow Creek. But I love this kind of crap. I will give it all of it a shot. I'm going to go to the Amityville. I'm going to type in Amityville soon. We'll see if they still have 50 of them up there. I talked about it a little bit last time, and now you'll be able to see the things. Here's another one. Oh, I've watched this one. Mount Misery I don't know why it'd be called Amityville Mount Misery Road, considering Mount Misery Road is in like the Millville area, I believe, off of 110. It's not in Amityville. But you gotta throw Amityville on it, right? And that place has a lot of urban legends to it as well. Stop your car. And so many times, I bet you some of you know this. I've had these kind of urban legends. If you stop your car under the bridge where this person died, it won't start up and you gotta push it out from underneath the bridge. You know. Right, not as many good ones as I would have liked. Hidden gems. Mind-bending thrillers. Only free on Tubi. Is that their originals? Me and my friend are always like, how much would you actually pay for Tubi? I'm like, I'd probably pay $3 a month for Tubi. I find myself going through Tubi more than I go through Amazon or Netflix. A classic, Unsolved Mysteries. It used to creep me out as a kid. Robert Stack was perfect. He would make you think, like, he would talk about someone stealing a pack of gum and you'd be like shitting your pants. You'd be like, oh my god. He had the voice for that. Columbo. Oh, here's a good movie. Love this movie. I saw it in the theater, The Ninth Gate. I was planning on watching this not too long ago. It's so good. Scooby-Doo, of course, it's gotta be in the mystery stuff. Scooby-Doo still holds up. Scooby-Doo is like the definition of timeless. Kids will be watching that 50 years from now, probably. And that's the original. I know there's been tons of others. Mystery Incorporated is really good. This is a good movie with Ryan Reynolds, actually. Fucking, oh my god. It's everyone's fear, I think. You see, like, he's in, I think, Iraq or somewhere in the Middle East, and I guess he wakes up in a coffin, and it does not have a happy ending. He wakes up in a coffin that's buried, obviously. We were just talking about this. I was talking about this with some friends the other day. This guy, what's his name? Anton Yelchin. Remember, he was going to get his mail, and his car just like went out of park, and it rolled down the little driveway and killed him. And it was like there was a huge recall on that shit afterwards. That's fucked up, man. He was young. Talk about bad fucking luck. This is a good one too. Friend request. I think we saw this in the theater. I'm pretty sure this was in the theater. There's a really cool song at the end of it. But this was a pretty good movie. The River Murders. This is a good documentary on the Green River Killer in, what was it, in Washington. It's a pretty good documentary. This is another movie I saw in the theater. Classic Memento. This is one of Christopher Nolan's first movies, I believe. It might be his second, actually. I think he had one more called Following before this. Another solid movie, Frailty. The guy like touches people and he sees if they're evil or not, and then he kills them. And he actually does have it. Like the two, his two kids. I think Bill Paxton was his dad, Matthew McConaughey, and someone else was the kids. And McConaughey still had it, but his brother's like, it's not. It's all you can't do this. It's bullshit or whatever. And I think his brother too. Like he touched him and he saw like he murdered people or some shit. Classic with was it Jonathan Frakes? Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. You still see these in memes and stuff and shit. Pretty good show though. Some of the stuff is ridiculous. Some of the things that end up being true. Charlie's Angels. The Ghostwriter. Ewan McGregor and Pierce Brosnan, that looks like. This is another cool one. Who was in this? What's his name? Why can't I remember his name? Dylan McDermott. This is actually a pretty good movie. I won't spoil it. I was about to say who it ended up being. Sorry, I might be, not hanging out on the ones for long. Or at least the ones I want to hang out. This is a good fucking movie with Jack Nicholson and Pledge. I saw this in the theater. This is another one that has a depressing fucking ending. Watch this though. Sean Penn directed this, I believe. But he's like a retired detective, and he goes to try to find this person, and tries to find out something. What it tells you right there, right? Yeah, he can't get over an unsolved case. That's what it is, and he wants to do his whole thing, and he's trying to figure it out. And I'm gonna spoil it right here. So if you don't want to hear this for a minute, don't listen. But you find out that the killer actually died in a car accident, and he'll never be able. And this is before they knew it was him. You, as the audience, know. And Jack Nicholson loses his shit at the end. He's just pretty much goes nuts. He's muttering to himself, I think, somewhere and shit. And because he'll never be able to find the killer now because he had died and no one knew that was the killer. We watched this one. This one also did not have a good ending. Creep Van. I think this is the movie with CM Punk. We watched this. It wasn't that bad, actually. It says him in it, right? Phil Brooks. That's his name is. Oh, here's another fucking good one. I think I've talked about this. Lake Mungo. Really another good documentary style film. found footage type thing. There's footage in there as well. It's actually really good. Good ending to it. Like, and how it, like, I don't want to spoil it. Oh shit, 21 Jump Street. Jump. Down on Jump Street. Bam, bam. A lot of Tubi originals here. Archie's Weird Mysteries. Alright, let me go to another one. Sci-fi horror. I apologize, I'll go through only horror stuff. Now there's a Dead Space movie. It's actually pretty good. I think this is the one I watched. I think it's a prequel to the original game. Oh, I didn't realize this was Silent Hill Ascension. When the fuck did this come out? I have never heard of this. Actually, it looks... Oh, wow. It looks like it's like CG, almost like a video game. Huh. I didn't know this was a thing. Wow. Actually, you know what? They might have announced this when they announced all that other Silent Hill shit, but I didn't realize it was a horror TV show. Huh. I wonder how that is. That's going into the list. This is not the other Cube movie with the prison. Those are good movies, the Cube movies. Cube 2, Hypercube. You got some older stuff here, as you can see. I'm not seeing anything here of note. Let's go to spy movies. Just switch it up. What do we got in the spy movies? Any Bonds on here? No, probably not. Hobbs and Shaw. Wait. He's not in. Ryan Reynolds isn't. Ryan Reynolds have a cameo in Hobbs and Shaw? Or is this something else? I don't know. I've not seen it, so. K-19, The Widowmaker. It's a sub-movie, I believe. There's some really good submarine movies, actually. The Double. Navy SEALs. I remember that freaking movie. Michael Biehn and Charlie Sheen. This is a classic right here. Real Men. John Renner, and is it John Belushi or James Belushi? Which is the one that John's his brother that died. Pretty funny movie. A funny story about this movie. I went to go visit my brother in Georgia, like in '94, and I was humming the music from this movie. I didn't know what it was, and I was trying to figure it out. Couldn't look it up on Google back then. It took me 2 weeks, and I was like, "Holy crap! It's from Real Men." Do 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 do. Classic. Oh, the cat just jumped next to the mic. She's gonna probably start rubbing up against it. I've heard of these. These are like comedy. They are in French. They're comedy spy movies. I feel like I've seen one before. I feel like there's more than one. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Oh, here's Mission Impossible. Not much on here either. Oh, you see, there is another one here. Lost in Rio. Zombies. I'll look at one more thing and then I'll go to the Amityville thing real quick. Let's see what the staff picks are. Snowpiercer, good movie. Friday's a classic. With Chris Tucker and Ice Cube. Reservoir Dogs, another classic. This is actually a cool show, Merlin. I enjoyed this show. This was a cool movie, Lighthouse, with Willem Dafoe and was it Robert Pattinson loses his shit. I think they both lose their shit. I actually really liked it. It was weird. I used to watch this back in the day. Lois and Clark. What was Dean Cain? What was the woman's name? She was in Terry Hatcher. She was also in what Desperate Housewives. The classic Suspiria. And another classic, Raging Bull. Well, there's not much here, so I'll go to another one. Like stand-up comedy, sports movies and shows. Let's see what they got in the sports movies and shows. Bring it. Bring it. Oh shit, this is a great show. Blue Mountain State with I forget his name, but he plays Reacher. Alan Richardson. As what was it? What was the name of his character in this? I forget. Alan Richardson, that's his name. Thad Castle. I heard rumors they might do another season or something. Oh, look, there's a Kurt Hennig one, Mr. Perfect. Apparently there was the second volume, this Dark Side of the Ring. Right here, Rumble. I think this was inspiration to put the WCW title on David Arquette. That actually happened in the dying days of WCW. This is a good movie, Goon. They did make a second one, I think. But this is a good one. I thought that was Steph Curry for a split second, but clearly it is not. Is that John Cena right there? A younger John Cena when this came out? 2010. Now there's the Hitman Hard again. World Poker Tour has one. No complete classics though on here. Kickboxer 4. And there's 3. And 2. The original has Van Damme in it, I believe, right? Oh, that's kind of cool. Jack of all trades. It did crumble in the 80s and 90s. They produced so many cards, they were useless, but I had so many of them, but they were like fucking, only a few actually mattered. Right, nothing doing here of my liking. Okay, let me do one more, then we'll go to the Amityville. Let's see what they've recently added. Us. I liked Us. A lot of people didn't like it. I mean, it's probably the weakest of Jordan Peele's movies. I think Nope's the best. A lot of people would not agree with that, but I enjoyed Nope. What was the other one? Get Out. Get Out was really good too. Little Nicky. I remember that movie. Hot Tub Time Machine was actually pretty good. This is actually a really good movie. Paddington 2. The first one's good too. 2 Crank movies. Twilight Zone with Forrest Whitaker as the host. When did that come out? When was that season? 2003. Obviously, it's not the original Twilight Zone, but I probably knew they made that when it came out. I must have forgotten about it. You can see they have tons of shit. You know, you're not getting new stuff that comes out. You know, it comes to Netflix, not immediately coming to here or anything. Looks like a couple Batman animated movies. So there's Friday after next, but there was also, there's next Friday right next to it. Max Payne, another freaking pile of shit video game movie. I did watch the first Haunted House movie, the comedy one. It was pretty funny, actually. Piranha 3D. Let's see, should I do one more? 1 second, guys. Sword and sorcery, let's look at this one. Is this the original Highlander? No. Nothing doing here, too. Admittedly, when it comes to Tubi, you gotta go through a lot of stuff. They do have normal stuff, though, as well. Okay. How about sci-fi action? No, I don't. Oh, Hardcore Henry's actually pretty good. It's in first person, right? I think this is in first person. Yeah. Actually, it was pretty decent. It's kind of cool. Halo Legends. I don't think I've ever seen this. I saw the, what was it, Forward Unto Dawn. Speaking of which, I gotta watch the new episode of, Halo Season 2. Maybe Master Chief gets in the suit this episode. Alright, there's a bunch of weird shit here, too. That's the thing, though, you could find, like, something. Okay, let's look up Amityville. But here you get more stuff, the Heat, known movies, right? Oh, you can already see 100 of them. Okay, here we go. Amityville Karen. Amityville, It's About Time. Amityville, The Evil Escapes. Amityville Dollhouse. My Amityville Horror is a documentary. Amityville, A New Generation. The Amityville Curse. The Amityville Haunting. The Amityville Terror. Famously Haunted Amityville. That's also a documentary type thing. Amityville Mount Misery Road. Amityville 3D. Amityville Hex. Amityville The Final Chapter. Amityville Scarecrow. Amityville Death Toilet. I have not seen this one. Obviously, it's a comedy, but it's always the sleepy town of Amityville. That's hilarious. That's got to be a new one. Amityville Christmas Vacation. Amityville Curse. That's probably a documentary. No, it isn't actually. I think I started watching that. Amityville No Escape. Amityville Scarecrow 2. Let's see. Is this actually about Amityville? I don't know if it has anything to do with it or they just threw it on there. Amityville Theater. Amityville Clown House. Asylum. Exorcism. Toy Box. Poltergeist. And of course Amityville Island with the shark and Amityville Cop. And then they have them all in Spanish as well. Not all of them, I guess. Isla Amityville. The Amityville House Curse follows a survivor to a tiny island where a hidden women's prison is the site of the ghastly experiments on human and animals. Why even bother throwing Amityville on? It's like, does Amityville have that much draw that people are like, holy shit, Amityville, I have to watch this? I don't think they actually have the original, or the 2005 one, or 2. This is one that's not, is older. Yeah, 1990. Kim Coates, nice. Unbelievable. Amityville Death Toilet. I gotta send that to my friends. What a rash of violence. At least they're having fun with it. And Amityville in space, of course. And first of all, I don't know if that's supposed to be the house. The house looks nothing like that. It does look more like, not like that. I'll show you what it actually kind of looks like. It's more like this, or that, actually. Actually, you'll get the actual like that. Amityville Karen, because of course. Yeah. End it on that note. Amityville Death Toilet, everybody. I might have to watch that. For God's sakes, call a plumber. That's what it's. That's good, at least. That, you know what? That's just funny. Alright, guys. That's just some browsing Tubi. They did redo their thing here with the Tubi symbol and stuff. But yeah. Oh, Amityville Frankenstein. I didn't see that one. Somewhere in Amityville. As if Amityville's like a massive fucking city. Alright, guys. But, yeah, some browsing Tubi here tonight. Thanks for checking it out. And have a good day.